Yutika, good morning. Good morning to all
Good
of you.
morning, sir.
Yes, Yutika, I have gone through your PPT. Yutika and Tanas. So, we will be presenting the input process output model.
Yes, sir.
So, today is 29. Yutika, you have been made the host, so you can share the
Yes,
share
yes,
your
sir.
presentation. Till your presentation comes up, we have 15 people here, and I think the others are really going to have a tough time. Yutika, we are not able to see your screen yet. Let us see. Yutika, please share your screen. Yutika.
Sorry, sir. The internet got disconnected.
ಏ ಯಾರೇ ಒಬ್ರು ಇಲ್ಲಿರಿಯಪ್ಪ ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ ನೋಡ್ಕೊಳಕ ಎಲ್ಲಿ ಹೋಗ್ಬೇಡ್ರಿ ಆಮೇಲೆ ಮಾಡ್ಕೋರಿ ಎಲ್ಲ 10 ಗಂಟೆ ಮುಂದೆ 9 to 10 ಒಂದ್ ಟ್ಯೂನ್ ಬಂದ್ಮೇಲೆ ಆಮೇಲೆ ಫೀಲ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೋರಿ 9 to 10 ಇನ್ನೂ ಮಾಡಕ್ ಹೋಗ್ಬೇಡ 9 to 10 ಯು ಶುಡ್ ಬಿ ಅವೈಲಬಲ್ ಹಿಯರ್ ಮೇಡಮ್ ಕರಿ ಮೇಡಮ್ Yes, Yutika, where are you?
Sir?
You all can start.
Okay, so good morning. I'm Tanas, and I'll be presenting on the input-output process with you.
Keep the mic close to your mouth, Tanas or Yutika. थोड़ा सा loud.
Hello?
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Yutika.
We have 21 students and I'm going to freeze the attendance for today.
Okay, the input output process model. This is a model of consumer behavior in which the input of the firm of a customer are on the basis of the marketing efforts and the environmental efforts. First, hello.
Yeah, please go on. We can
Yes,
hear
sir.
you.
So the first one is firm's marketing plan, which are the 4 P's: product, price, promotion, and place. So first is product. Product is what the customer sells. This can include the brand, packaging, what services are provided, and all these are in reference of what the customer wants. Second one is price. Your price is what at what amount they're gonna sell the product. This price is compared also to their competitors, and here the practice offers and policies. Promotion. Promotion is how will the customer know about the product to the customers? How will the customers know about the product? This is probably to advertisement, publicity, sales promotion, to ads, social networking sites. The main agenda of this promotion is just that the customer need to know about the product. The fourth one is the place. This is one of the most important factor because here people can connect to it. Here, the the location needs to be in a correct place. A simple example is a McD or a KFC can't be situated in a rural area because no one would prefer a burger. It would just people in urban areas only would like that. So that's what it is. Then the social environment factors. First is family. Family plays a very important and major role in buying a product or influencing a individual because the beliefs, values, every family has a different set of values and beliefs. Um, yeah. Then second one is reference group. Reference group can be formal or informal. This is probably through their social groups or their colleagues, friends. All this comes in a reference group, which you through reference group. Yeah, through face-to-face interaction, you can promote the product or tell about the product, review the products. Third one is culture. How the tradition follows, beliefs, values which they follow. Here, this means that in any Jain family, near a Jain area, you shouldn't sell meat. So that's what it is. The next one is social class. Social class include family, background, status, income, power, prestige. Here, people in the same social group have similar attitudes and taste for a product, like follow some specific brands and everything. That's all. Next. Now this is the process. This process includes decision process and psychological factor. So all the psychological factors, that is motivation, perception, personality, and attitude, are in contact with the decision process. So first one is need recognition. The product needs recognition. If already a customer knows, so that's a good thing. That's an advantage for them. It's like the consumers second is that product awareness. They need to be aware about the product, what services they provide, how they work, how they work, is it a good one. Then third process is evaluation. Evaluation is a process where they're going to evaluate, compare one product with another product. They're going to see the advantages, disadvantages, and everything. Then intention is here if they have intention to buy the product, so they will buy the product no long how long it takes. But if they have lost the interest in a product, they won't buy the product. Then post purchase behavior. In post purchase behavior, the customer, if he likes his product, he's going to recommend it to others people. He'll say ki ha, this product is a good one, so you should go buy. He'll say the if he if he doesn't like the product, he might he will give bad reviews. Next. Ritika.
Okay, the last stage is the output stage. It is a combination of result from the input stage and the process. The input stage, as Tanaz has already explained, the firm's marketing efforts and the social environment. And the process consists of the various steps which were influencing the consumer's buying behavior. As we know that the consumer or the customer is the king, and the consumer's mind is totally unpredictable. Like, even the marketing team cannot predict like what the consumer will do next. The consumer himself cannot decide first only like whether he will end up buying the product or no. So the purchase or no purchase is completely unpredictable and from the side of the consumer. So he will either choose between purchase or no purchase. If he goes for a purchase, then it is the responsibility of the firm to make sure that he satisfies the consumer's needs and pursues him for a repurchase. And if he goes for a repurchase, then again it is another responsibility to make sure that they enjoy the experience or the satisfaction is up to the mark, so that they go for like they do not discontinue the purchase. Okay, and based on their experience, then they will decide whether they want to continue the product or service or not. The ultimate aim of the firm should be to convert their potential customers into loyal customers. So this is the diagram. I will just summarize it, the entire process, what Tanaz has explained in brief. So to start with any process, you need to put in something, input, that is the idea of buying, the thought of making a purchase. This is put in by the firm's efforts and the social environment. These are the external factors which influence the consumer's buying behavior, and they directly they directly involve the consumer in this buying process. Now, the thought of buying or the need or the desire is already there at the back of the mind of the consumer, but the idea is invoked by the company. Like, they make them realize now you need this product. So the need recognition is done by the company. Now, the firm's marketing efforts include the 4 P's: marketing mix, product, price, promotion, and place. And the social environment is family, reference groups, culture, social class. So these are the people who are around the consumer and they influence him externally. Coming to the box, that is the motivation, personality, perception, attitude. Now, these are the psychological factors or the characteristics of the consumer. This is very much similar to the consumer's mind, that is the black box. And they directly influence the consumer because these are the internal factors within the consumer's mind. So the personality influences the consumer because it is the way the consumer carries out himself in public, how he dresses up. So when they want to buy a particular dress or shoes or any item accessory, they will buy it based on what suits them. So that is their personality. Motivation is when consumers are motivated to do something. Like during the pandemic, many people were motivated to buy cycle and go cycling. People fitness freaks these days and they wanted to go for workouts. So that way people are motivated to make certain purchases. Attitude is how people behave in particular situation, and their experiences, how the experiences make them behave in a particular situation. Perception is how they see things and whether they pursue it negatively, positively. So these 4 attribute directly to the buying process, which is the inside box, that is the need recognition. And need recognition is when the consumer realizes that he has a particular need. Product awareness is when the company makes the product aware to the consumer. Now the double arrow there indicates that either one can happen first. Like the consumer can recognize his need first and then get aware of the product, or can get aware of the product first and then realize he has a need of the product, which is then followed by interest and interest breakdown. Now, interest is when the consumer feels like he wants this product, but at any point, not just here, but at any point in the process, the consumer can lose interest as well. Like, suppose like when you go to do shopping on e-commerce site, and you put your item in the wish list, but then it gets out of stock, then you like lose interest in the product. So like consumer can lose interest at any given point in this process. So once the consumer gains interest, once the company's efforts are enough to build that interest, then the consumer goes forward for evaluation, which is like gathering more information and comparing the product with other products, and therein building the interest. Even at this point, the consumer can lose interest. It's not like only at the like after this point he has to go and buy the product. It's nothing like that. He can lose interest even now. But this step is followed by intention. Now intention is when the consumer, he makes up his mind. He's no more doubtful. He's sure like now I will go for the purchase. Once the consumer purchases the product, again, now this is the important part, which is the output, where the firm has to make sure that the consumer enjoys the meaning has the maximum satisfaction of the product. And only when the consumer is satisfied, he will be happy and go for a repurchase and then tell others good about the product. And if he's dissatisfied and not happy, then he will have a negative attribute towards it, and he might not even go and buy it again. So purchase is either followed by repurchase or discontinuation. So it is the firm should make sure that the customer is satisfied and get feedbacks from them for improvement to improve the quality of the product, and also know how to handle angry consumers and to convince them how to go for a repurchase and promise them with a better quality. That's it.
There is an end slide. That side. Okay, you must always come to that. And any questions? Okay. Why I'm trying to give you these type of presentations is understand that we want to make you a little involved in the whole e-learning process. One thing, and second, at the same time, you will learn this. You'll have the confidence of presenting it, because probably another year you may have all interviews online. Hardly companies are coming to the colleges for placement. Companies are asking the students to give a small presentation, taking an interview online, and it becomes very important how you present it. So this is also a preparation for you for the subject as well as for your real life, how you are presented. But let me tell you, both of you have presented the first presentation very well. You have done very nice. Okay, so kudos, hats off to you. Very clean, neat, and nice. No more, you have not written anything there, no text, which was important. Your diagram was very, very relevant. You put only the points and you explain the point. That means you know your stuff. Okay, so that's very nice. Yutika and Sanket, Yutika and Tanas, congratulations to you.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, very nicely done. Okay.
Thank you,
So
sir.
this is how each one of you have to do, but only would also appreciate that if you keep your video on when you're presenting. Okay, this will also make you a little confident when you're giving the online interviews. All interviews have started happening online now. Okay, right. Can you come to the previous slide? Can you come to the previous slide? The block diagram. Yeah. Okay. All of you, please remember that you have to remember this block diagram. If you remember this block diagram, your work is done. Okay. This is input, the process, and the output of a consumer behavior. So I was doing the annotations. Okay. Preferably you must do the annotations. Okay, you must use your mouse and do the annotations. Your handwriting may not be very good, but at least you can put a tick mark or put those sign stamps that are there on top. Okay, I put interest, I put a heart sign. Why I put heart? Interest, it comes from the heart. You start liking it. You feel like you have to own it. That becomes a very important part. So the people who are given annotations have not given those signs simply. Arrow, heart, star. Star is something that is very, very important. The heart shape is that, I would love that product, I would love that process, but I may not have the money. Okay, so these are a few things that you require to put in your presentations. Okay, but very good. So I was doing it parallelly, right? So when we think about the firm's marketing effort, when you are speaking, very rightly said is how you try to reach out to every person who wants to or may not be wanting also to buy a product. Okay, first what you do is you educate the people about the product, teach them how to use the product, and then you sell them the product. So a lot of money goes into the marketing effort. Okay, it may be media marketing, it may be social marketing, it may be mouth-to-mouth marketing. There may be some trade shows. So whatever they do, they try to do this. So this is the first thing. This is the input. जब तक ये input नहीं होता है, तब तक ये चीज नहीं होता है. This thing will not happen. Okay, this thing doesn't happen. So this is, I do this not understanding who is my consumer. I don't know. I assume everybody is my consumer. But some people, okay, some people will be interested in this. There are some people. Okay, here it reaches to many people. It reaches to many people. And here it reaches to some people will react. Okay, and here few will buy. Output will be for few. है ना? तो एडवर्टाइजमेंट हम लोग भी बहुत सारे एडवर्टाइजमेंट देखते हैं. Whether we buy the product or we don't buy, but definitely we see the advertisement, the company reaches to us. So there are many people here, but only some people will actually come to the second block or the process block. Okay, who are they? They feel the need. हाँ मेरे को चाहिए ना. Okay, then they try to find out the product awareness. कैसा है product? Or they know the product and then they feel that they need it. Okay, so as they put it, this is both way. Either this can happen first or this can happen first. Okay, anyhow, it is connected. Aware of the product. Once the need arises, then it is an interest breakdown. तब आपको लगता है कि आप में सिर्फ इंटरेस्ट है. You'll have only interest. ए ना तोगोबेको कार तोगोबेको मेरे को कार लेने का है रे. वो अच्छा है. That car is good. मेरे को लेना है. मेरे को लेना है रे. मेरे को लेना है तक रह जाता है लेकिन खरीद ही नहीं होता है. गाड़ी आगे नहीं जाता है. Nothing else happens beyond interest. So interest breakdown, it comes to interest and khalas. Here you have interest, but you don't do anything beyond having interest. But when you have interest, then what you do is you evaluate the product. नहीं मेरे को लेने का है. I'll check the brands. You'll check the brands. You'll decide on the brand. Your intention becomes stronger. नहीं नहीं खरीदने का है, लोन लेना, ये करना, क्या करना, from where I get the money. You decide everything. And here also after having an intention, also there are people who cancel purchasing. Up to here they reach, but they cancel purchases. Suddenly they feel like नहीं नहीं अभी नहीं invest करेंगे, अभी बच्चों का शादी है, बच्चों का education है. After as the time goes by, they start feeling that you will, you don't want to spend. So some consumer, even they come up to intentions and they do not buy. So very few people from here will come here who will actually pay the money and buy. So this part is very important. ये part. यहाँ पे बहुत लोग ना, many people they go into a category of shelling themselves. They'll not spend money. But those few who will spend the money, these are the few who will actually purchase, own it, then post-purchase behavior, whether they're happy or no. If they're very happy, they buy again. Okay. If they are not happy, straight away they discontinue. A company will be always worried about why people are discontinued. If people are discontinued, they'll try to take a feedback why people are discontinued. They'll take the opinion and they'll try to see that they will again come back. Okay? And if people have discontinued for some specific reason, okay, let's say that they are selling mosquito coils. Okay, and some of them say नहीं नहीं हमको नहीं लेना है क्योंकि उसका बास बहुत strong है. And if I get this feedback will help me to come here. And when I make the next advertisement, I'll put an advertisement that it is having a very nice fragrance. It is not very strong. People can buy it. So these people who are discontinued, they will come and they will buy the product. So this is how the whole system works, friends. You know, very, very good presentation. Each one of you requires to remember, okay, this figure. If you do not remember this figure, then you are going to have trouble. This is a base of every figure. Okay, every aspect that you are talking about in input. And are there any questions from the students to the students? Tanaz and Yutika, be ready to answer questions asked by the students. So anybody who would want to ask questions to Tanaz and Yutika. Other, I will ask people to come in. Jaswina, please come in.
Yes, sir.
What's your question for Tanaz and Yutika?
Sir, nothing, sir. I understood.
Nothing. Okay. Sanket Rasal.
No, sir, no question.
Mohammad Sufyan.
No doubt, sir.
Ishwar.
Sir, no questions.
No questions.
Yes.
Tanaz and Yutika, have you promised them chocolates? Don't ask question karke. All right. So today we close this session. Yutika, do not save with the annotations. Okay, remove the annotations and you save it. And please put this PPT on the consumer behavior WhatsApp. Okay,
sir.
so that this material will be available with you. Okay, it will be available with each one of you as soon as it has been done. Once I say okay, go ahead, put it after your class, put it on the group, so it remains with all the groups as a reading material. All right. I think I'd asked Prayag to send a message to you, all of you, for the Viva. We have scheduled the Viva tomorrow. So all those people who have submitted your reports on the PDF format, so those reports will be taken for the first Viva. So your two Vivas will be divided into different marks. So the 25 or before 25th, whoever has put in your, you have sent your presentations to the respective guides. Okay, they'll be taking a Viva tomorrow at 9:30, and I'll be joining Vivas, all the three Vivas, parallelly. Okay, somewhere here and there I'll be joining in the Vivas. So please get ready for your Viva. Tomorrow we are now going to have the second presentation. Day after tomorrow we are going to have the second presentation, and that is the presentation of the Nicosia model, Jakati and Dhanashri. You are ready with it, Meghna?
Yes, I will work on that today.
You all are ready with it?
Yes, I will work on that today.
I can't hear you, Meghna.
I will work on that today.
Yeah, okay, you do that, and it's not tomorrow, it'll be day after tomorrow. Okay,
Okay,
your presentation will be on Thursday. All right? Right. Thank you very much. 21 people have attended this session, though there are 23, but people have come in late. Thank you very much. We'll leave the class.
Sampla?